Manchester City 4, Arsenal 1. And if I could give a set of phrases that could describe today, it would be as follows. Ugh. Oof. Ah. Yeesh. Ouch. Disappointing. Disappointing, man. It was disappointing. Today was disappointing beyond any measure of a doubt. Like, you got to back your team. You got to put faith in the team, and that's what a lot of us did. Some people wrote us off early, which is understandable. You know what I'm saying? I think a bit unfounded. You got to back your team no matter what. But some man was giving up crazy early, and I'm like, damn, you're not like, just what are you here for then? If you're not going to support the team, you what are you here for? So that is what it is. But to speak on today wasn't up to par. Wasn't up to par, man. First and foremost, Man City are terminators, bro. Like, not even the regular Johns, not even the Arnold Schwarzenegger Johns, the liquid joints, the whatever his name is, the Patrick something, the liquid joints that was sprinting behind the motorcycle. They are actual terminators, and Pep is ridiculous. Pep's ridiculous. Coached the game so well. First 45, again, I'll speak on us, but to speak on them, to adapt the system a little bit to where De Bruyne's getting so many free spaces, the link up between Holland and KDB, them staying, again, tight and playing right through the center. They're playing right through the heart of us, and we didn't get any, it was tough. Tough, techie, like, torrid time. They played a really good game, and that's City for you. That's City. They're gonna turn up on the highest occasions, and it's up to you to be perfect and match them. And if you're not, you're gonna get blown away, and that's what happened. Like, disappointing. Us, disappointing. Like, what more can you say? To kind of roll through first 45 minutes. I mean, honestly, almost a full 90 was bad. There wasn't really, the few chances we had weren't really on. Partey missed shot. I don't know where that came from. You know what I'm saying? A couple other things. The most clinical person on the pitch today was Rob Holding. Damn, that's disappointing. That is disappointing. I can't even front on you, dog. That is disappointing. But we just got to keep pushing forward from this, man. The performance, that's not what champions do. They got to at least have the game planning and fight, adapt. Adaptability is such a big thing that has gotten us down. And regardless of the circumstance of us losing players and our system being altered and us having to handhold certain people, we couldn't adjust, even when we had leads in certain games. And I'm not just talking about City. I'm talking about Southampton. I'm talking about West Ham. When things were different, when we were in different scenarios, we didn't have enough to sustain where we were or build to where we were and play the level that we know. Hey, y'all, man, get me tired. They get me tired. But for today, which I'll just focus on today for right now, not into it. Midfield was not secure enough, was not assured enough. You know what I'm saying? Defense just too scared. Look, they was afraid of their own shadow at some point, second guessing their passes, not doing it as snappy, as quick. Man City were pressing us hard, and we couldn't really get out. Zinchenko did not play a good game today, and I felt like it was unfortunate. It was definitely unfortunate, but he just played out the game, honestly. Couldn't get anything on. I mean, what everybody's gonna say everything about Rob Holding. It is what it is. Gabriel didn't look too hot either, but again, he has to compensate there. Rob Holding looked out of his depth, but again, that what else is new? Unfortunately, you know what I'm saying? I rock with Rob. You know what I'm saying? Like, the sentimentality in my heart, but as a player, I feel like the post ACL, man, he's not up to par. He's not up to par for playing and filling in at Arsenal Football Club. It is what it is, man. You just gotta keep it. You gotta call a spade a spade. You gotta call a spade a spade. The hand holding and the fact that he doesn't know when to stay, when to go, when to touch tight, when to give space. There was too many mistakes that I saw from him, and part of me understands that he's just only one person in the cog, one person in the system. But I find it funny when people flip-flop outside the club when other rival supporters or whatnot flip flop and say, "Oh, Holding's not at fault for this," but Holding is like, you know what I'm saying. People are gonna cherry pick and it's gonna piss people off. So I'm like, you gotta look at it as objectively as you can and ignore the outside noise, because they're gonna flip flop, their opinions and all that stuff later. Overall, not even just him. The fact that Trossard hasn't been in our games as of late, it's just like something feels off beyond that. Just a lack of control. And I feel like Trossard not being there also plays a factor as well. I'm going to be honest. Like, again, Jesus has been firing 4 goals, 3 games, but if somebody isn't on form right now, you got to make a change. Trossard is hungry and waiting to come in. And when he comes in, he does make a difference. He does make a really big difference. And it's disheartening when, like, again, he's there and we can do better. We need to be proactive in those changes to bring somebody like Trossard in, to bring Reece Nelson in, who was ready and willing. And then when he came on, he helped change the game. At least it was a game late. It was a late game state and the conclusion was already foregone, but he changed the game when he got on. Saka and Martinelli got marked out the game. They didn't have the greatest of games. And so, like, just nothing happened. But I could sit here all day and talk about all the mistakes and goals. I don't really want to dwell on it. I don't want to care about it. It is what it is. But there is something that needs to be addressed with Mikel Arteta. Now, for the people saying that he shouldn't be the manager and all that stuff like that, you are smoking dust. Y'all need to chill out. Y'all need to take 10 steps back. You know what I'm saying? Like, hold it down, relax. But what I will say is there needs to be concessions made with his adaptability. Sometimes he is too bullish with what he does, and I feel like sometimes that does cost us. Yes, there are times where we need to play our way. We need to settle into our DNA, but when you have to look at certain realities of the situation, yes, we don't have Saliba. Yes, we have to play Rob Holding, or supposedly have to play Rob Holding. Maybe making a change like not starting Zinchenko and playing Tierney. So if we're in these transition moments in games, you know what I'm saying, and in these moments where we're not going to get much of the ball, or we're not going to get as good of the ball as we think we are, having Tierney ready to spring to launch us into attacks and be more defensively secure, that could have been a difference maker today. But it was forced. We're playing our way. You know what I'm saying? No Trossard. These are decisions that affect our level to adapt. And again, I will throw that, I'm not going to say excuse, but I'm going to throw that reasoning there all day that yes, we don't have both of our main center back and our replacement both were injured in damn near the same game. Unfortunate. But we got to adapt. We have to find a way. Earlier in the season, we did it. You know what I'm saying? When what's it called? Eddie was stopped producing. We brought in Trossard, and Trossard was firing. Jorginho came in and made a stopgap solution that helped us in Villa. Like, there needs to be a sense of adaptability that is added to Mikel's game. He needs to be more proactive. He needs to be at least more open to some changes in that way, because it was unfortunate, but I feel like just it's almost untenable at this point. Rob Holding is just, I feel like he's just too afraid to commit to anything, and so he just gets stuck. Regardless of him scoring a damn goal today, I don't care about none of that. But it is what it is. That's all I'm saying. That's what I need to address. But again, that's by no means like, slating or discrediting what Arteta's done this season. That's just that. Title race, I've lost most hope. Again, I'm going to keep a sliver of hope because that's what my ignorant ass self does all the time. It is what it is. I got like 8% left in me. But it's just unfortunate, regardless of the context of us being a young team, us doing all this other stuff, us being, makeshift, incomplete, whatever. The fact that we couldn't even come and put a performance in is tough to take. The fact that we drew the last 3 games, tough to take, and lost this one. It is tough to take. It is. And the fact that some of the bums that are not even near couldn't even sniff a title race this season if they tried. The fact that they have some type of ammunition, that pisses me off a little bit. But it's like you can't fully defend yourself. You can't fully defend yourself because, like, damn, yo, we did have a drop off a little bit here. Again, it's not finished till it's mathematically done. It is what it is, but the unfortunate drop off here is giving these bums ammo when they could not hold a candle to us. The only people who've been this close were Liverpool. In this last stretch of time, Liverpool have actually taken it to them and led. Like, come on, man. But again, the football Twitter is football Twitter. Their perspective is a perspective. People are gonna, spin the narrative that they all want because Arsenal's big news and always gets the clicks for people. Center of attention. We're used to this by now. We're used to this. But honestly, it's a tough day. It's not the end of the world. It's not the end of the world. Switching from the negative to the positive, listen, to go from 8th place and people say we wouldn't even be in a top 4 shout. We wouldn't even be within top 4 races. Only a few people like, yeah, maybe you'll get top 4. To be in a position where we're actually going toe to toe, maybe not so much anymore, but we went toe to toe and we have been competing with City for the title, 2-horse race for the entirety of this season. It's something that nobody expected, nobody anticipated. I didn't anticipate at the start of the season. Disappointing not to get all the way through and keep shining in the final stages. But this reminds me so much of Newcastle in the sense of it's a chip at the end of the season that knocks us, but it's going to make us stronger in the long run. A lot of these players are going to remember this. A lot of these players are going to remember this and be like, yo, I don't want to ever go through that again. I know what that felt like. And that's going to push us on to be dominant. That's going to push us on to be stronger, go harder. When we see City next, put more effort in, do what we need to do to win. And a lot of that will come down to also recruitment and the summer ahead. And that's a whole nother conversation for a whole nother time. But we're down. It is what it is, but we're not out. We're not out. People are going to be seeing more of us. If they thought this was just a flash in the pan season where, oh yeah, they dominated because they had some lucky draws and people didn't understand how they played. No. We are literally at the start of us really picking up steam in this rebuild. Literally picking up steam. Yes, the pandemic was then and this is now. It's been a few seasons. Cool. Don't mistake the level of incompleteness with the level of irrelevance in future seasons. Don't do that. Because we'll be back. We'll be back. But as for this season, all I want is for us to win out. All I want is for us to finish as strongly as possible. Leave with our heads held high. That's it. If it's mathematically possible, cool. If it's not, it is what it is. I just want us to focus on us, win the rest of our games, and go into that summer window with confidence that we can build a squad to last everywhere, in everything. That's all I want. But I'm proud. I'm proud of this season so far, regardless of whatever y'all say, regardless of whatever rival fans say. People thought we were going to be, you know what I'm saying, from all the way from the days where they were talking about Leicester were going to be the new big top 6. People's managers getting sacked twice. Interim managers, caretaker managers getting sacked twice. People losing 5 games on the trot, going back into their second stint at jobs. You know what I'm saying? Like huge drop-offs from title contenders to mid-table. This could have went a lot of ways for us this season, but the fact that we've been uptrending season after season gives me hope. It gives me confidence that we're not going anywhere. Tough to take today, but you gotta take that hit on the chin and just dust yourself off and rise again, man. That's it. I was close to giving the TLC reference, but I wasn't going to do it. But unfortunate. City are freaking unreal. But it ain't over till it's over. But today was a bit of a tough punch to the gut. I'll be honest. Tough punch to the gut. But let me know what you guys thought of the match in the comment section below. I am hungry, so I'm going to go eat some food. Leave a like, comment, all that stuff. And a bunch of new content should be coming on the way in summertime, bro. Once this football season is over, content is coming. We got content locked in. We got some different things involving FIFA. You know what I'm saying? Might have a little additional videos on the side. A lot of predictions and games is coming through. We got some stuff cooking right here. So y'all stay tuned. On top of Wafflenomics, y'all should see it somewhere in the description or maybe an alert right here or something like that. But Wafflenomics with Wolfie, you know what I'm saying? And official FNG. You know what I'm saying? Like, make sure y'all tap in with that. Make sure y'all tap in. A lot of great conversations. Had a lot of entertaining things, which I'm sure I will get cooked for in this next week's episode that's coming up. But you don't want to miss it. You don't want to miss it. But without further ado, listen. Hey, COYG. End of the day. Life or death. COYG. Don't trip. Catch you in the next one. Peace.